Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the WWE Legends Elite Collection 14 Mean Mark Callous figure from Mattel. For those who don't know, Mean Mark Callous was Mark Calloway, aka The Undertaker's character when he was in WCW, just before he had transferred over, and that meeting was apparently set up by Paul Heyman, who was also working for WCW at the time. But that is another story, and you can totally find that here on YouTube. But beyond that, this figure is actually really solid. I thought it looked cool when they did the reveal, but wasn't really planning to get it. And then I saw it on the shelf and was kind of like, okay, yeah, I want it. So yeah, it's a lot of good stuff. So let's check it out. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this figure looks really good. Obviously, Mean Mark Calloway's ring gear was very basic. However, I do like the way it kind of played out, and they did a great job of conveying that into plastic form. Mostly because just the nice, just black and reds, just done tastefully and works really well. I like the red bands accenting the like black knee pads and trunks and boots, and like everything just kind of works out. So it's a little more interesting than just like straight up colors. And yeah, other than that, like physique looks good as well as far as the choice goes. And yeah, just, you know, we've seen a lot of this before between the boots and knee pads and again, trunks and stuff like that. And then obviously we get to that head sculpt, which is just phenomenal. I mean, this wave in particular of WWE Legends has just been absolutely dead on. I don't know how they're doing it, but yeah, they're just absolutely killing it with this particular part of the Elite Collection line. So yeah, and oh yeah, I guess the last piece is yeah, the one fingerless glove on the right hand, and just painted on. And you can see a little discrepancy between obviously the plastic color and what is supposed to be the skin color under, but that's gonna be a hard thing to match. So yeah, other than that, just like really great aesthetics. A little light on the accessories front, but that's definitely not a problem. So let's get right into it. So right out of the box, we get a couple of fists for hands. Obviously the left hand is uncovered, and then the right hand has the fingerless glove, and that translates over to the alternate hands, which are just our standard C grips. As you can see, same design with the glove for the right hand, and then just his entrance gear, which was a pair of chaps, done kind of a faux leather here. Assume they were actual leather for the actual entrance gear, and then a vest, which is just very simple cut, but again, very effective because it looks how it did, you know, in real life. So very simple cuts. So yeah, that's accessories. Articulation and balance are not too bad at all here, as you can see. So yeah, let's take a look at it. So starting at the top, we have that standard ball joint that we have in the head of all the elites. Not going to get too much movement out of it, really, just because the way the head is sculpted, unfortunately. So it doesn't really stay down, can't move back at all because the hair sculpt and the back of the head seems to come up really high. Get a little bit of tilt, which isn't too bad. We come to the shoulders, and they're coming up into our T-pose. We have bicep swivel, we have double jointed elbows folding beautifully in half, hinge and swivel at the wrists, all horizontal. We have our standard ab crunch as we do with elites, and that will bring us that far forward, that far back, and there's our neutral. We have a swivel at the waist. Coming to the hips, we actually get pretty damn good, not full splits, but doesn't need to be, so that's excellent. We have thigh swivel. We have double jointed knees, which are moving pretty well, but as always, those knee pads are gonna get in the way a little bit. Then we have boot swivel and perfect point. Really nice forward, pretty natural forward too. And very little rocker. So that's articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here is with a couple Undertaker figures, with some other wrestling figures, with some Hasbro, with some imports, with some monsters, finally with an Articulated Icons Oni, and yours truly in human form as an Articulated Icons Ninja. So my final thoughts on the WWE Legends Elite Collection 14 Mean Mark Callous figure is that this is a super solid figure. Again, I had some interest, and when I saw the reveal, and you know, it was kind of like, I'll probably pass on it, but you know, definitely seeing it on the shelf and absolutely having it in hand, I'm glad I picked it up. You know, I only have vague memories of the Mean Mark Callous character because I was watching both WCW WWE at the time, and you know, it's kind of really cool to kind of have those memories jogged a little bit. And yeah, just, you know, I'm definitely a fan of the kind of simple yet asymmetrical design and all this other sorts of stuff. So I definitely recommend this, certainly if you are a fan of The Undertaker and the history of Mark Calaway as a wrestler. If you like WCW at the time, and you know, if you're just collecting the Elite Legends, absolutely pick this up. It is showing up right now on Target pegs, so you can probably pick it up in person, but if not, I believe it's still available on the website. So I'll have a link in the description below for where you can order yours. So please check that out. And if you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and or sharing. And if you want to take the next step and help me even more, there will be other ways to help my channel more directly listed in the description as well. So please, please, please check those out. And with all that being said, ultra thanks to you one last time for watching, and I hope you take care of yourself, take care of those around you, and most importantly, stay weird, simians.